Welcome to the free course on Introduction to Options. My name is Harry Swaminathan, and I'm the founder of Option-Tiger.com. I've been an options trader and an expert for about 5 years now, and I'm also an entrepreneur. Option Tiger provides cutting-edge options education, mentoring, and trading ideas. If you're a newcomer to options, it's very important you understand what this game is all about. And it's very important that you understand that options have a learning curve. And this is where most newcomers to options make the biggest mistakes. They underestimate their learning curve, and once they know a little bit about call options or put options, they go and make trades and they make mistakes, and obviously they lose money. And options are a leveraged instrument, so a small mistake can be magnified into a very large loss. Of course, once you understand options, leverage can work in your favor as well. But it's very important to understand what kind of a learning curve there is with options, what are the different topics or concepts that you have to learn along the way, and what is your roadmap for learning options and becoming an expert in trading options. There is light at the end of the tunnel, because once you go through this learning curve, which takes about 12 months, and once you get past this 12 months, you've acquired the knowledge, you've gotten the expertise, then options trading can be a very viable source of income for the rest of your life. So you're going to acquire a skill for life. However, as I mentioned, the biggest mistakes happen right up front. And many options traders either give up on options because they don't seem to understand why they're losing money, why their trades are not working out for them. And also, many people blow their account. When I say blow their account, meaning if they had $10,000 or $25,000, whatever it might be, they run through that account, they take the losses, and then they exit the options trading game altogether. By the end of this course, you're going to have a very clear idea of what are the challenges you're going to be facing. What are the concepts that you need to learn? What are the steps that you need to go through before you can become an options expert? One of the first things I want to mention is that you're going to find a lot of snake oil salesmen in this business. Everybody's pitching you 200% return in 10 days, 800% return in 1 month, 4,000% return in 1 year. I'm here to tell you the brutal, honest truth. And that is, if you don't approach this game in a systematic, methodical manner, you're going to lose your money. Make no mistake about it. If you don't approach it with the right focus on learning, you're definitely going to lose your money. So with that warning up front, I'm going to tell you how you need to approach this game. And that's exactly what this course is all about. There's no hype in anything that I say. Everything is explained in simple language. I'm going to make you aware of all the challenges and pitfalls and provide a very realistic approach to what your options learning process and your learning curve is going to look like. I have a bachelor's degree in engineering from India, and I have an MBA from Columbia Business School in New York City. In all of our courses, and for whatever kind of trader you are, you've got to include a bunch of different factors into your analysis. That includes macro factors, what's happening in the broader economy, what's happening in the broader world economy. Then you need to look at technical analysis. You need to understand and become a chart reading expert. You have to look at volume analysis. And then once you approach it with a 360-degree approach, that's when you can create breakthrough option strategies. Most option traders have traded in the stock market before they trade options. However, very rarely you might find somebody being introduced to options before the stock market, although I find it very difficult to see how such a person would be interested in options without learning about the stock market. So I'm going to assume that you know something about the stock market. Perhaps you've sold stocks, you've bought stocks, you've managed a portfolio before. You understand what going long in the stock market means and what going short in the stock market means. Options are also a mathematical concept. So options trading is a very mathematical process. First of all, the concept of options itself was invented by a couple of mathematicians, and they received a Nobel Prize for their invention, which was options. Options started in trading on the CBOE in 1973. And those mathematicians were Fisher Black and Myron Scholes. And the formula for options pricing that they came up with is called the Black-Scholes formula. So options are mathematical. So regardless of where you are in the world, it doesn't matter if you're in the US, the UK, Japan, Australia, India, South Africa, or any other country. The concept of options is going to be the same. So what you're going to learn from these courses here can be applied to any market in the world. Obviously, the stocks or the indices that we mention in our courses are US specific. Like we take the example of Apple in many courses. And we use the term S&P 500 when we want to refer to a broad market index. But that doesn't matter. You could be trading in the FTSE 100, you could be trading in the German DAX, you could be trading in the Indian Nifty, any market, it doesn't matter. The concept of options works the same because the foundation of options is mathematical. And that mathematics doesn't change regardless of where you are in the world. So everything that you learn here can be applied to your individual market and your individual stocks that trade in your market. All market makers that provide options liquidity in your market are going to apply the same mathematical principles that is applied in the United States. So just to summarize, options trading can be a powerful mechanism for you to generate a second income, a retirement income, and regardless of which part of the world you're living in, as long as you have a computer and access to the internet, options trading can provide a very healthy income for you. However, before you get there, you need to master the concept of options trading. And that's what we're here for. Take a very patient and diligent approach to options education, and in a period of about 9 to 12 months, you can come out as an expert and you'll have a skill that can never be taken away from you. No amount of technological advances can make this skill obsolete because options are mathematical and nothing can change that. We are now going to jump into the Options Mastery Roadmap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out a plan for you. It's the plan starts with the first 3 months and then the next 3 months, and then the third period would be from months 6 to 12. And I'll lay out all the stuff that you need to know so that you are very clear upfront where is it that you need to go. Because most option traders don't realize what they don't know. There's a standard cliche. You don't know what you don't know. And that's going to be very applicable to the options trading business. So let's get started with this roadmap in the next lecture.